Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. G here with Elite Weather, and we're going to be talking about the weather today. And as we jump into what's going on today, let's take a look at our radar maps, and we're going to show you what's actually taking place as far as precipitation is concerned this afternoon across the U.S. here. And then we're going to start off with the southeast first. We're going to take a look at the state of Florida. We got Georgia and South Carolina that's getting in on the action. We have a couple of areas that are seeing some severe thunderstorms this afternoon. We got one here through South Carolina and another one here in North Florida. So we do have a couple of severe warning storms out there, and we also have some marine advisories here across the Gulf of Mexico as those storms are making the seas kind of choppy out there as these showers and storms move across the northern sections of the Gulf of Mexico. And then the other area we're going to be worrying about is across the Great Lakes. So we're talking about Michigan here. We're going to be seeing those showers and storms again today. And we have a severe storm here just south of the Detroit area. So we're going to be dealing with that guy there. We got a severe thunderstorm, and we got storms throughout parts of the upper end of the lower peninsula, and we have showers and storms across the upper peninsula of Michigan and far northern Wisconsin. So we're seeing those showers and storms taking place this afternoon. And also we're going to be looking at the desert southwest. So we have monsoon storms throughout Arizona and New Mexico, all the way up in Colorado, and maybe a smattering of showers over there in southern Utah as well. So we're seeing those thunderstorms in the higher elevations. We got a nice little cluster going on there across the Albuquerque area right there at I-25 and I-40. And so you're going to be dealing with those showers and storms this afternoon. And the treat for you guys is that we're finally seeing rainfall in Texas and Oklahoma. It's been very dry over the last month or so. They've been suffering from oppressive heat. Those temperatures have been constantly in the 105 to 110 range for like a month straight. They haven't been getting any kind of a break, but today is great to report. They are finally getting some rainfall. So we got a nice line of showers and storms along this frontal boundary here that's going to be a line between Oklahoma City and the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. They're going to be seeing those showers and storms, and they're slowly drifting to the south, and they might make it to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. That frontal boundary might drop that far south, but that front is expected to lift back to the north maybe sometime tomorrow or Friday. But if it can still keep pressing to the south, that would be wonderful for the folks down in the DFW, where maybe they could pick up some rainfall and a little bit of relief from the oppressive heat out there. And we're also seeing those showers and storms extend through North Texas and the Oklahoma Panhandle. Southern Kansas is getting in on some of this action as well. So much needed relief there across the southern plains. Now, as we take a look at our watches and hazards, we've been seeing this on the map for weeks and weeks and weeks on end through this region. This is our excessive heat watch and the excessive heat warning, and we got our heat advisory in place through the rest of this region. So from far southeastern New Mexico across pretty much the entire state of Texas, Arkansas, we got Oklahoma, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, western Tennessee, western Kentucky, and then parts of northern Kentucky, southern Ohio, southern Indiana, southern Illinois are in that excessive heat. We also have some excessive heat advisories across the southeast through Carolina and South Carolina and North Carolina, as well as into the mid-Atlantic states up into the Boston area. So if you're in the big cities along the coast there in the Northeast, you also are dealing with some heat advisories in your area. And we got our red flag area, a lone red flag area up there across parts of South Dakota and into Wyoming. So we're going to be dealing with that. Another excessive heat watch down across the low deserts of Nevada, southern Utah, northeastern Arizona, and eastern California. And let us not forget the Central Valley, the lower Central Valley, Bakersfield, Fresno, and Stockton. It's also seeing those temperatures in the triple digits And we have another red flag advisory up there yet again. We saw one of those right there yesterday in California, across the Shasta County up there in far northern California. And let's take a look at our severe weather that we're going to be seeing this afternoon. At least according to the radar, not much action is fired up in this area just yet. Most of those showers and storms right now are in Michigan and to the this region here, but we haven't seen anything yet this afternoon. But this is our area that we're going to be seeing some severe weather fire off later. So if you're in the Cleveland, Youngstown, Pittsburgh, we're talking Dayton, Cincinnati, Bowling Green, Frankfurt. So all of this area here could be seeing some of that severe weather this afternoon. Okay. And as here's our temperatures right now that we're seeing across the south here. So the southwest and the southern plains. We're seeing our triple digit heat today through central Texas. We see that 108 in Dallas Fort Worth. Here is Austin, 105. Here is San Antonio at 104. 101 over here in Houston. We have 104 in Shreveport. Little Rock is 100. We are seeing 105 in Oklahoma City. And we are also seeing 100 down in Wichita, Kansas. And also we're seeing 106 in New Mexico as well. So we're seeing that heat. Here is 104 for Albuquerque. 103 in Tucson. We have 108 in Phoenix. And 113 in Palm Springs, 114, that's Blythe, California, and 110 in Las Vegas. But we're also seeing those triple digits through the Central Valley. So 105 in Bakersfield, 106 in Fresno, 101 in Sacramento. Isn't it funny how I know all these places? Yep, because I'm a G like that. And anyway, so we're seeing that heat across the southern plains and in the desert southwest and over to the state of California. But it's warm in LA as well, 87 degrees, but we'll take an 87. 87 is nice. But it's 100 all the way up to Medford, Oregon. So you cross the state line of California, you're seeing it 100 degrees today as well. But not too many 100s in Portland. It's just that far southern tip of Portland where they're seeing those triple digits. But it's still pretty hot inland as well, those upper 90s, okay? So that is a look at the current temperatures right now as they're baking out there across the southern plains and through the desert southwest. And so let's move on to our next section here. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about something that is going on in the news right now. And in Europe, there's been some triple digit heat. They've been dealing with temperatures that they operate on the Celsius, but their equivalent would be 100 degrees or more, 102, 103 in like Spain and Madrid, in Portugal, southern France, Greece, and a lot of areas in southern Europe has been dealing with an extreme heat wave, and it's caused the deaths of almost 2,000 people in southern and central Europe. So they don't really have air conditioners like we do. They don't get as hot as we do. It can be warm along the Mediterranean. That's the warmest part of Europe. It would be the southern France, Spain, Portugal, Greece, Turkey, those countries that's along the southern, that's kind of bordering the Mediterranean Sea. That would be the warmer parts of Europe. And they don't really have the things in place to deal with the heat like we do, but it's not a time for us to slack off on our preparedness as well. And one of the two different things, the big things about the heat is people suffering from heat exhaustion and heat stroke. And some of the signs of heat exhaustion is dizziness, thirst, heavy sweating, nausea, and weakness. And here's what to do to prevent those issues. If you need to act fast, move to a cooler area, loosen their clothing, sip cool water, and seek medical help if symptoms don't improve. Now, the other end of this, the more dangerous side, is heat stroke. And that can lead to confusion, dizziness, they can become unconscious, so a person can pass out. And that one you would need to call 911, move the person to a cooler area, loosen clothing and remove extra layers, and cool with water and ice. So that would mean put like ice packs around them, or um, ice cubes. Put them in a tub if you can. Pour ice all over them. Do whatever you can to cool the person down. And if heat stroke can cause death or permanent disability if emergency treatment is not given. So make sure you call 911, because heat exhaustion can lead to heat stroke if you don't do these things to prepare and get the person comfortable. It can end up becoming heat stroke. So that is a little bit of information about the heat, given the light of the situation going on in Southern Europe right now. That means we can't be let our guard down as well. So here we are as we talk quickly about our severe weather outlook for today. We did cover it a little bit already, and predominantly here across the Ohio Valley and through parts of Kentucky as well. We could be seeing that severe weather today, and we could be seeing some isolated severe all the way down into the southern plains to just about the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We could be seeing some isolated, scattered severe here, and some possibly isolated severe. Some more isolated severe storms is going to be possible through parts of far northeastern New Mexico and southern Colorado, and the northern plains through the Red River Valley in Minnesota and North Dakota. We could be seeing some isolated thunderstorms that could turn severe as well. And here we are for tomorrow. Your tomorrow outlook, that severe weather again across the northern New England states and the northeast, as well as down across the southeast. So we're talking about from North Carolina all the way over to Mississippi, where we can be seeing the scattered severe. And your issues are going to be, you're going to be seeing some gusty winds in excess of 60 miles an hour and some nickel and dime size hail as well. It's going to be possible, and heavy rainfall that could lead to some flash flood issues. Okay, so please be careful with that severe weather possibility tomorrow. And now let's take a look at our forecast for tonight, or for tomorrow. Here's tomorrow's forecast. We pretty much know where we're going to be at today. Tomorrow, this is your forecast again. That severe weather across the southeast and in the northeast, in the New England states. We could be dealing with those gusty winds, some hail, and heavy rainfall. It's going to be that primary issue. And we're going to be seeing some scattered showers and storms pretty much from Maine all the way down to Florida and over into Texas, over to the Houston area. We could be seeing those showers and storms along all of the coastal sections here. So we're talking about the Gulf Coast, south of the Appalachian Mountain Range here. We're talking about the Dixieland area, and in the southeast through the Piedmont into North Carolina. We're talking Virginia, Maryland, and New Jersey, New York, Delaware, along the coastal sections up into the Boston. You're going to be seeing those showers and storms tomorrow, and more showers and storms through parts of the southern plains as we have this shortwave area flow pressure and a frontal boundary that's going to contribute to some showers and storms, and some of those could be isolated severe as well. So you're going to be watching for some pea-sized hail and some 60+ mile an hour winds if you see a severe storm pop off in this region down here in the southeast. And it should provide a little bit of relief from the heat as well, as we're going to see those temperatures in the southern plains drop into the upper 90s to lower 100s in some locations. So definitely a little bit of an improvement in the heat across the state of Texas for at least a day or so. And we're going to be seeing those showers and storms through parts of Colorado into Kansas, Nebraska, as well as Missouri for your Thursday. You might have to look out for that chance for a shower or storm. Dry weather will be seen through Minnesota, the Dakotas, into Montana, the Northeast, the Northwest, as well as down through Nevada and the state of California, as we see that heat, though, continue across the southern deserts out there and into the central plains. Here's a look at your temperatures for tomorrow. And our temperature forecast is a little bit better here across the state of Texas, as we're only going to see that 98 in Dallas-Fort Worth. I mean, this is the first time they've been below 100 in like a month. In like 4 weeks now, it's been over 100, and they're finally going to get a high of 98 degrees and 102, still a few degrees warmer in in Austin and San Antonio, but cooler, but still a couple of degrees warmer than Fort Worth, because Fort Worth, I think, is going to have a better chance of seeing some of that rainfall. So if you're right along the near this river, the Red River here across Oklahoma, you might be seeing a little bit better shot of seeing some rainfall tomorrow. So it's going to be a couple of degrees cooler, but it will be a slightly warmer again north of the front. So if you are in Kansas, northern Oklahoma, you might see that 102 you see in Tulsa and 100 in Oklahoma City. But, and then we got that 102 over there in Fayetteville, in Fayette, Arkansas. And so we're going to be seeing that 102 there. But those regions have been 105, 106. So a few degrees cooler, we'll take that. So definitely improvement in the temperatures as far as the central and southern plains is concerned. But unfortunately, still hot, but just not as hot as it was. And it's going to continue to be hot across the desert Southwest. What's new there? And we're going to be seeing those 90s throughout the Southeast into the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast as well for your Thursday. So I guess that's all I have for now, everybody. That was a quick weather forecast for your Thursday tomorrow, as well we look at what's going on today. So my name is Mr. G, your friendly neighborhood meteorologist. Oh, before we go, the channel is starting to slowly, quietly grow, and we're going to be hitting 200 subscribers soon. So I am planning on having a 200 subscriber special show where it's going to be a live stream, and I'm going to answer you guys questions. So if you got weather questions or any questions you might want to know a little bit more about me and my background, they will get a chance to send me those comments in the chat or whatever, and I'll answer your questions during the live stream, okay? So we're going to be doing that on our 200th subscriber when we get there. All right, so thanks for watching, you guys. I'm Mr. G, your meteorologist. This is Elite Weather, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Bye-bye.